Hey guys, so welcome to the designsketchbook.com, and today we will draw in 4 steps creative doodle bags. So we are going to use app concepts on iPad Pro 12.9 inch, and before getting started I invite you to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell to make sure you will get all the notifications for the next videos. Alright, let's get started with step 1. Draw some random forms. So basically, you just take your pen and fill your canvas of some random shape without thinking about them. And if this thing happens, you may have some palm conflicts. So I do recommend you as a tip to wear a drawing glove, and you can find them on Amazon. Let's go now on step 2 is to add some contour lines. This is what is going to help you very fast to show some shape in 3 dimensions. So we used to have just now some 2D form that we draw in few seconds, and just in few seconds again we are going to have these 3D forms. And this is what is going to help you to show you the surface of it, how flat or roundness you can give to this volume. And I invite you to go and see more on these videos that I will put the link below and in the descriptions if you want to learn even more about them. And can you see that line? That curve was also an accident. I'm still wearing a palm glove, but my third finger is actually still touching sometimes the canvas of the iPad. So what is cool with concept is that you can erase the accident lines anytime. So now we have already our main forms, our main 3D forms that we are going to use to draw details on. So remember, one of the main principles in design sketching is to start from the general shape first, and then you go into the details. So step 1, we have the general shape. Step 2, we have the contour lines. And step 3, we add details. It's really from the big picture to zoom into the details. And this is how you're going to be able to be more creative and to come out with so many ideas very fast in this random doodle sketching here. And so what I do here for the bags is that what matters to give it a more product-oriented feel is the small details that you can import. You can start following your intuition from your memory, what you know about bags first, and then you may also take some inspiration picture if you need. Also simply take some bags that you have at home and see what you can add inside. Alright? It's really like a game. Make it as fun, make it as something you can doodle at home, outside, in a cafe. It's really like when you have no ideas, it's pretty effortless because you have no purpose to follow a brief. You have no purpose to satisfy anyone except yourself by just playing a new game which is coming out with new forms. And what you are going to do it here is that it doesn't matter if it's ugly or not, if it's perfect or not, because what you want is simply improve. Okay? And you will see that usually with this simple exercise that at the beginning is going to be more clumsy, it's going to be more flat, not much personality, but more you will draw, more interesting form will appear. And one of the things here that I like to play is to add 2 double forms, 2 double random forms, and then you assemble them together with the contour lines and you come out with something with more volume, more interesting. Okay? It's really how you can challenge your creativity, how you can come out with new things effortlessly, I would say. So try to import the shades that you may have seen, you may have feel that from objects that you like. If you love cars, maybe you import some cars design inside, some curves that remind them. If you like earphones, maybe is going to remind this kind of forms as well. If you like electronics, we never know, because in product design everything is linked, the forms are actually expressing something, and this is what you try to do here. So this is pretty cool because you want to do as many as you want on the canvas. Your first target is to fill your canvas. But you will see is that with this random doodle challenge on concepts, you can zoom out and see you still have a lot of space all around, and I couldn't resist to actually draw more. So by real time, this first part took me about 30 minutes, and let's carry on to do some more. And once again, take your time, there's no rush here. So this part I didn't want to speed up too fast, so you still have time to draw with me. So now you got the main concept of the steps, of the 4 steps. I invite you to take a pen and some piece of paper or your iPad and download concept if you like to, or use any app for drawing, or your favorite one if you want to, and start drawing with me. So we can draw together with some nice music and keep going here. So when you have draw a doodle, try to feel like in your mind that you're zooming into the details. Here I remember that I had some inspiration of a gas mask. And this is what you want to do, is to see how you can mix and match your ideas. And you can also add a logo, which is a Nike logo right here. And I can tell you that adding a logo is really cool tip to give some more product feeling also to your drawing. Some of the drawing will be pretty much not so inspirational than others, so don't spend too much time on them if you want, and skip and go to another one. It's all fine. Focus on what you like drawing, and and just keep going that way. So I go to random forms, I linked, and then I see, oh wow, that's coming to interesting volume, and let's continue. Here the handle. And if you have some concept art books, also I can invite you to flip the pages before starting on during if you want to. So for me, I was flipping the concept art books of the video game Halo. And subconsciously, some forms will come up in your mind and you will apply them in your drawing. So remember to start with a light pen pressure and then you bold along the way, okay? So you can have the overall sketch, which is going to be more clear than if you have a heavy wrist from start. And as you can see, the way I doodle is that I'm not trying to have perfect lines. I'm not trying to be so stiff. I just let it go. Everything is really smooth. And when you learn how to actually let go, you will surprise yourself how more professional it can get for your rough. Because what you want here is to have quantity. In design, in creativity, actually quantity matter. And this is how you will always have the time to improve on quality in another hand. And if you can have the strength of quality and quality both together, so you will win, because both will serve different purpose. When you have quantity, it's going to be very cool to be able to draw very fast your idea, because you just want to come out with a variety of them. And because you shouldn't always trust your first idea. Sometimes yes, as like a bet, but you will never know if another one better could happen. But if you have a variety of ideas, actually it helps you to go into directions you wouldn't expect from start. And then when you have some few selection of all these various ideas, you are confident into one or two directions, you can go and do a more qualityful sketches. And this is how you are going to avoid the situation of spending hours to do a quality sketches but with a weak idea, right? So quantity matter, making sure that some quality ideas will come out, and they will be worth to spend on quality sketch. I hope it makes sense. Just remember that in product design sketching is also about productivity, how you save your energy and your time to be as most efficient and communicative as you can for your colleagues or for your boss or for your clients when you present your ideas. And for here, this exercise is not for the quality, it's not for presenting, it's for yourself to improve. Okay? So this is why when you draw that exercise, this game, take it easy. And once in a while, when you are bored, just draw. It's really important to have fun when you sketch. And here with the contour line, I like to draw like this little hole here. Some form doesn't make much sense, but it's okay. Just keep going and exploring. Because knowing what is possible or not possible is actually keeping sharpening your skills. And try to have this feel of perspective as well. So when you draw, you can have sometimes to non-stop drawing, some non-stop like fluidity, like trying to have your flow of ideas keep flowing, like the current of a river. And for the details, if you want to, it's okay to slow down a bit, think and draw. So once again, no rush. It's just trying to just let it go and take it easy. And you can find some different placement of the logo, some more or less innovative one, and see how you can make it appealing. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this random doodle challenge of the bags, and I really invite you to draw as many as possible, and because there is a moment that you would feel like you can't stop it. You just keep drawing. This is how you can actually create some new forms to feed your mind of new forms. The randomness is very essential when you want to be creative. It's something that we shouldn't underestimate. We should use of our advantage. It's like you're trying to make the luck of finding randomly new forms as a skill, because this is not 100% luck, because this is something which will be linked to your own personality, to your own feelings, to how you want to express your lines, and this is something which will be very unique to yourself. Your random doodle will be different from your classmate, from another designer, from myself. It's going to be your interpretation of randomness, and this is why it's so cool, and this is why improving on your own style will make the difference in your portfolio. Okay? Dun, dun, dun. And this is what makes it pretty exciting, because when everyone is unique, we can actually be surprised, and we surprise ourselves and we can surprise others. And this is what we love doing in design sketching, is to have this surprise when you draw and create something new that you was not thinking able to do from start. Alright, so I hope you enjoy the videos, and I invite you to carry on with some others here if you want to go deeper in these directions and also learning the basics of perspective. Here we go.